and consists of digits. True for every index I, that is this, the digit I occurs so I times in num, otherwise return false. So 1 will occur, 0 should occur once, 2 should occur once in num, the digit 1 occurs twice in num, 2 occurs once. Okay. 0 is not in this. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. But this Alice is greater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bob will be the answer. Charlie, why? Largest name, okay. Oh, okay. Next one. Also going to the back and forth I can go, right? Bidirectional. Bi means both directional, right? Yeah. You know, to assign each city with an integer value from 1 to n, where each value can only use once. The importance of a road is then defined as the sum of the values of the two cities it connects. As the sum of the values of the two cities it connects. What are the maximum total importance of all roads possible after assigning the values optimally? N log n or 10 square. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 0 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 4. I have to assign them numbers from 1 to n. So in this case, n would be, n is given 5. I guess we have to assign the maximum value to the one which is having the highest number of in degrees and out degrees, right? 0, 1. So 0 का क्या है in degree out degree count? It's 2. 1 का क्या है 3 है, right? So it's like 0 is twice, okay? 1 is thrice, 3 is twice, 4 is once, 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So I'll go in this way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll pick 5 and assign it to the maximum value. 5 यहाँ आ गया. I'll pick 4, get it assigned to 3. I'll pick 3, get it assigned to any one of them. Let's say get it assigned to anyone. Let's say get it assigned to, example में कहाँ assign किया, यहाँ पे assign किया, I can get it assigned to this one as well. 2 I can assign it to this one itself. And then 1 I'm left with, I'll assign here. तो sum कितना हो जाएगा? It's saying that the sum will be sum of the values of the two cities that connects. So for this road, the answer is how much? 7. This road, the answer is 3 and 4 is 7. This road, the answer is 3 and 2, 5. This road, the answer is 4 and 5, 9. This road, the answer is 2 and 5, which is 7. This road, the answer is 5 and 1, 6. कितना हो गया? It's probably 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7. 7 3 times, so 21 plus 5 plus 15 plus 20. I get 41, which is wrong, right? They're able to get 43. Okay, so I know that this guy is having 2 and this guy is also having 2. So instead of having a 3 initialized here, I'll initialize it here. तब 3 and 5 8. हाँ, अच्छा वो भी देखना पड़ेगा. it's essentially this thing itself, ki 0 to 1, right? So when I assign something like a 5 to this value 2, how will I assign 4? I'll say, ki, okay, what is the maximum? So I assign 4 there. Out of all the possibilities, what's the maximum? Trick here. Process could be as follows. 0, 1, 5, 4, and then 2. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Achha, anyways, let's say this is the diagram. इसमें if I say कि okay, I'm going to assign this as value 5, then I'll check the neighboring ones. This one, this one, this one, and this one. I'll see कि which one of them are having the most number of nodes. In this case, I see this one. So I'll say, okay, let's assign 4 here. Then you're left with this, right? एक चीज सोचो कि if I had a 3 here, then it's getting paired up with 4 and 5 once. Oh my god. So 5 इधर था, 4 we gave here. I'm like, okay, यहाँ पे उन्होंने 3 दिया, I'll give 3 here. And then I give 2 here and then I give 1 here. तो कॉस्ट कितना हो गया? हाँ, इस रोड का कॉस्ट हो गया 3 and 4 is 7. So I'll say cost is equal to 7. This road cost is 3 plus 5 is 8. This road costs 4 plus 2 is 6. This road costs 4 plus 5 is 9. This road costs 2 plus 5 is 7. This road costs 6. How much is this? 7, 7, 14 plus 6 is 20. This is done. 8, 6 is 14. 14 plus 9 is 23. 20 plus 23 is 43. Done. बस इतना सब था. Okay. So basically मेरे को in and out degrees निकालना है ना सबका. So if I'm going from 2 to 1, there could be a possibility यहाँ पे लिखा होगा 1 to 2. हाँ, so like, so no roads are repeated. There are no duplicate roads. Yes. So when I encounter 0, 1, I'll say कि 0 में let's increase 1 and 1 में let's increase 1. When I encounter 1, 2, let's increase 1. अच्छा 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. तो 0, 1. So I'm saying कि 0 को increase कर दो 1 पे. 1, 1 हो गया. 1 again increases. 2 increases by 1. 2 increases by 1. 3 gets introduced. This is done. 0 gets increased. 2 gets increased by 1. So 1 to 2 suggests this one. हाँ 2 में 3 है. It's okay. So it's basically key how many times is 0 is occurring how many times? 1, 2 times. 2 degrees है. 1 is occurring 1, 2, 3 times, hence 3 degrees. 2 is occurring 1, 2, 3, 4 times, hence 4 degrees. 3 is occurring once, twice, 2 degrees. Great. So I have to do that only. So let's say I'll maintain a frequency of this, which is currently, let's say empty. So for u comma v, or we can say for value 1 comma value 2 in rows. So if my value 1 not in frequency, then I'll put it in. Also if value 2 not in frequency, then let's just put this in. Then end of it I have to simply do frequency of value 1 plus equivalent to 1, frequency of value 2 plus equivalent to 1. So I've created the frequency thing, right? Roads का लेके. Now to sort it, right? How do I sort it based on the values? I think so it's this command, right? Command piping. Let's say the dictionary was like 100 and the value was, I don't know, 100, and then let's say 50, the value is 23. So if I do something like t dot, or let's do something like sorted of t dot values, it means it's going to sort based on the values, right? 23 and 100. I'll also assign the values, right? So I can simply say assign is initially this thing. Let's assign as a hash map again. There was a way to do that. So anyways, I'll do this then. So I can say my value is this. For p in frequency values dot append. I'll append it in this format. So frequency of key, and then followed by the key itself, and then I'll do something like values dot sort. That will make a lot of sense. Then I can say that let's say my current value is n. I'll start from n and then I'll start from 1. Yeah, I'll start from 1. So index is 1, while my index value is n equal to n, index plus equal to 1, and then here itself I can say that let's assign, right? So assign of, let's start with assign, which is empty. So assign of radix minus 1. Yeah. So assign of radix minus 1. Hmm. That value will be assigned with something like idx itself. Assign of values of idx minus 1. Yeah, and that should be idx. So right now the values are assigned. So let's try to print assigned value, right? And see if we are on the right track. I'll use example test cases and I'll get rid of the last one. So in this case, I should get something like, your input is this, output में problem दे रहा है. So 1 is occurring once. अच्छा 1 में 1 assign हो गया, yes. 2 में 3 assign हुआ है, 3 में 4 and 4 में 5. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see what the values hold for me. 1 4. It says that 4 is occurring. 4 में 1 है, right? 2 में 5 होगा. So 2 में 0 and then 2 में 3. 1 second. So 0 में 2 है, right? Yes. And then for 2 we have 4, right? 1 2 3 4. Yes. अच्छा, for that value. Okay. So ये 1 होगा, right? Frequency नहीं देख रहे हैं. We are looking at that thing. So right now if I do assign, it will give me some meaningful value. Yeah, 4 में 1 is assigned. Makes sense. 2 में 5 should be assigned. Yeah. 0 में 2 is assigned. 3 में 3 is assigned. 1 में 4 is assigned. Yeah, done. So assign is correct. I can say my max value is currently 0. And how do I compute the max value? It's very, very simple. I loop in the rows. So for q comma v in rows, I simply say that max value plus equivalent to assign of u plus assign of v, and that should be it. I'll return the max value, and let's run for the example test cases. Output should be what? 43 and 20. 43 and 20. Let's submit. List index out of range. Okay, let's see. So for something like 5 and 0, 1, I think so the output should be 5 and 4 itself, right? And then value is something which is given here. So it's better I do this. Values dot sort, and then let's say reverse is equal to true. So right now, yeah, this is how it will be going. Index को हटा दो, and let's say my current um, weight is n itself, or weight को I'll decrease, right? That's something I can do. Let's go in this way. For idx and range length of value पीछे से assign कर रहे हैं. So this should look something like this, that in the assign I'll say कि values at this idx, what's the node? It's the first node. Let's have the value as weight, and then I'll decrease weight. And here itself I'll say that if weight is less than 0, simply break. For 501, what will be the output? 9 is the output. Yeah, 5 and 4. But I think so this will be again wrong somewhere, because there is a point. Okay. So इसमें यही था कि like just have to give the maximum weight to the one which is having the maximum number of connections. ठीक है. Okay, so booking concert tickets in groups, concert hall has n rows. Okay, n rows numbered from 0 to n minus 1, each with m seats. So thus rows, let's say 5 rows and 5 seats, right? And you need to design a ticketing system that can allocate seats in the following cases. If a group of K spectators can sit together in a row, a group of K spectators can sit together in a row. So 3 spectators can sit together in a row. Then I can allocate the seats. If every member of a group K spectators can get a seat, they may or may not sit together. If every member of a group of K spectators can get a seat, they may or may not sit together. So let's say 3 of them get the seats, then they may or may not sit together. So for example, In that row itself, in the very there are five places. Then at the very first two places, two spectators sit, and at the last and the other one sits. Note the spectators are very picky, hence don't have the spectators are very picky. Okay, so they are very choosy. Hence, they will book seats only if each member of their group can get a seat with a row number less than or equal to max row. Max row can vary from group to group, yes. In case there are multiple rows to choose from, the row with the smallest number is chosen. If there are multiple seats to choose in the same row, the seat with the smallest number is chosen. So सबका max row preference है. So we have to implement this book my show class. Book my show is int n and m, which is the n is the number of rows, and m is the number of iron seats in each of these rows. So int gather k max row means that returns an array of length 2 denoting the row and seat number respectively of the first seat being allocated to the k members of the group who must sit together. In other words, it returns the smallest possible R and C such that C, comma C plus K minus 1 seats are valid and empty in row R, and R is definitely less than equal to the max row. Returns empty in case it is not possible to allocate seats to the row. Okay. Boolean scatter int K and max. So what is this doing? It returns true if all K members of the group can be allocated seats in rows 0 to max row who may or may not sit together. So if all K members. If the seats can be allocated, it allocates k seats to the group with the smallest row numbers and the smallest possible seat numbers in each row. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay, if the seats can be allocated, it allocates k seats to the group with the smallest row numbers. So 2 and 5 is the very first thing, which means 2 rows and 5 seats. 4 0 means their max row is 0 and 4 is the number of people, right? Hmm. The group book seats 0, 1, 2, 3 of row 0. Done. Then next command is 2 0. Gather itself, right? So in this case, can I accommodate? Yes, I can. I think so. No, 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 we can't. So we are returning this empty thing. Yes, 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 yes. Good, good. Then we have 5 1 scatter, right? So what is the scatter going to do? 5 1 says key 5 is the k and value, and this is 1. Again, this should be a false. Okay, it's a true. The group books seat 4 of row 0 and seats 0 to 3 of row 1. So they may or may not sit together, right? Ah. So they book 0 to 3 of row 1. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 seats there and seat 4 of the row 0. Done. Okay, 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 okay. This is what the scatter is doing. You check kar raha hai ki, okay, can it do or not? Again, scatter 5, 1. This should give me false because right now they are. So gather is like in one row you have to place it, but scatter is like I can place it anywhere. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. So this example is more like this. Okay, there are two rows, right? So probably if this is the book my show hall, book my show, let's say this is the cinema theater. These are the two rows, first row, second row. These are the seats, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and then 5. So first one says that, okay, initialize 2, 5, that's done. Uh, I'll do it with blue color. So the initialization part has been done. Next is 4, 0. So it's saying ki, let's say this is the zeroth row, right? This is the zeroth row and the first row in terms of programming, so index based. So I'm saying that, okay, I have to allocate 4 people at the zeroth row or somewhat row which is less than this row, right? So I see 0 is the only one. So I can allocate persons here. That's person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, done. Now it's saying that, okay, 2, 0. So can I accommodate on the zeroth or previous than that? So I see there's nothing as such. So on this row itself, can I accommodate 2 more people? No. So that's why we return this empty thing. Okay. Now 5 1 में scatter बोल So I have to scatter these people. So 5 1, which means 1 is what the reference, right? So 0 to 1. So like 0 to 1 may be required to scatter 5 people. Scatter means just distribute them. So one of these guys comes here and the rest comes here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Again, it's saying 5 1. So I have to scatter 5 more people from 0 to 1 because max row is 1. So can I scatter 5 more people? No, I can at max scatter 1 people. So 4 people are left out. Hence, this is not a valid answer. Hence, we get a false. Okay. How do I maintain the information? I mean, we can put it in a very brute force way. Brute force way would be to, let's say I create the matrix, right? Which is going to be 0, which means the seat is empty. Yeah, 0 means the seat is empty. So the matrix has been done, right? So this is the book my show hall. I mean, not book my show is a service. This is a cinema PVR or Inox hall. And 0, I'll simply write 0 denotes seat being empty. But the thing is that the m value could be 10 to the power 9, right? And if I keep on creating that, will be too much. So I can keep something like this. Okay, I can keep something like this. Let's say row. I'll only just keep track of how many seats are there in each row left, right? So row of m, and then I can say for row in range m. That's it. That will make a lot of sense. So on the 0th row, m seats are available. On this row, the seats are available. So I can even say seats, right, or available. It's available seats. So if I want to check that how many seats are available in the second row, that will be seats of 1 because indexing base 0, 1 second row is that, and then m gives me that value. Next time someone comes to me and tells me, Acha, we need to gather k people on that same max row और उसके previous row में. So I'll pick the row which has the maximum number of seats left, but it is the smallest, right? At any point of a time, how do I get the row which has the maximum number of seats, but it is the smallest? But it is the smallest. How much is the time? Go sleep. Let's say first row five seat. Let's first row 2 seats are left. Third row 6 seats are left. First row 5 seats are left. Second row 2 seats are left. That's it. So how do I keep track that? Okay, we can do this. No? The maximum seats left, but that too based on the row number. Zero will always be given priority, which is wrong. So I'll keep track कि okay maximum seats कितना available है. हाँ. हम्म. So let's say k required value was gather वाले case में k required value was 4. Yeah, let's say k required value is 3 या 4, and I know कि 5 है एक option, एक 3 है, and then 2 है. So I'll only stop at this fifth mark because 3 2 में जाना won't even make a lot of won't even make sense. Hmm. And out of all the possibilities, I'll take the minimum row. Done. Import EQ. So 12 dot seats is empty, and I think so I can simply take these values in. So that should be for I or for underscore n. Yeah, this should be for row in range n. I think so I just simply need to write eq dot eq push in self dot seats. I need to push in what we'll push this value, how many seats are left, and what's the row number of this, right? Yeah. So once this is done, in gather functionality, I'll say the minimum row I can get is, let's say, -1 as of, or let's say the minimum row I can get is float infinity. Yeah, minimum row is float infinity. Now I'll loop in this, so I can simply say that my temp is self dot seats, weekly temp alien self dot seats. It's pretty good. And then I can say keep while temp of 0, right? My requirement is what? My requirement is what? I can simply say my requirement. I can just comment it and say that my requirement is k, right? And k continuous, not just split. Gather means gathered around, right? That should be continuous as well, I guess. So yes, must sit together. Yes. Mm-hmm. Done. So while temp of 0, which says key while that number of seats, also this is going to store the min, right? So let's store it in this way. minus of m and then row. Yeah, this will give me the max array. So while negative or temp of 0, which is the current number of seats left in this row, is greater than equivalent to the number of offerings which is given here. In that case, I can simply say that here as well. I can simply say that I'll update my minimum row in case this condition is valid. So if um, temp of 1, which is the row number, is less than equivalent to the max row which is given here, in that case I can say that my min row will be minimum of um, min row and temp of 1, and by default I'll remove it from temp, so I can simply say heap q dot heap pop from temp, and end of the day I guess I just simply need to see that if my min row is equivalent to float infinity, which means I could not allocate or I could not find seats of k contiguous length, I'll simply say return an empty bracket. Else, before returning the minimum row, I guess I just simply need to assign the k seats to that min row as well. Well, I can simply do that as follows: self dot seats. So if I go for that now, to readjust it entirely. What can we do to readjust this? It's a big O of one operation. Seems like a big O of one operation, but in the seeds I have to search for it, right? It can be done in this way that I go that entire way and then it can be done, but still. Worst case में सारे पांच हैं and I'm going 10 to the power 4 times. That gets occupied, right? I see the problem here now. Self.seeds. How do I update this in running time? Seed scope. In that range, I have to find the smallest seed with at least k gathering possibilities, right? So Maybe I have to keep something like an update. Update I can keep. So whenever I encounter that value next, so let's say seventh, it got updated to 2. So by default, 7 will appear on top, right? Yes. So I can say in this case, hmm, that if temp1 in self.update, which means, okay, I need to update this. Before I do that, I'll say that self.update uh, for that seat number. In this case, that seat number is, or that minimum row is this one. Let's update that as whatever the previous value was, right? So I guess in the update as well, I guess this will be as it is, row m o range m. So in this case, I'll say that okay, let's update it as follows. So I'll decrease k, which is I'm allocating k members to this. Yes, done. But what if that seed again comes up in this 10th thing, right? Set dot seeds. In that case, I'll say if that's the case, then I guess every time that will be there, right? So I can say that if the current, if the previous update of this sheet number is not equivalent to the current update of this sheet number, in that case, pop it off and then push the new value inside of temp, which will be negative of self dot update and I guess followed by temp of 1, and then I'll follow temp of 1 here itself. That's it. The update will remain as it is because update में अभी updated value जा चुका है, right? Else I'll look forward to all of this, and I guess by default this is going to happen. So hmm, or let's push this here, and this looks good. If that's the case, this happens, and then I say that okay, I just simply need to return. What do I need to return? I need to return the group book seats 0 to 3 of row this, return 0 comma 0. Why am I returning 0 comma 0? Because the order it said is key return returns the smallest possible r and c. So, okay, so r is the number of the rowth number and the c, which is this value c itself. Okay, so I have to return the minimum row. In this case, it will be as simple as minimum row, and then the seat number could be as simple as okay. Again, I have to keep track of the seats. Hmm. So server update may instead of having row, I'll have row and then from where I'm starting, right? Hmm. Then this, then update it like this. The number of seats remaining here as well. Menro um, 0. Let's subtract it, and then also 1. Let's increase it by k, because let's say k is 3, so then from 0 it will come to 3, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, it will be k plus 1, I guess. So now I'm going to start from 4. Or if k is 4, right? Let's see. If k is 4, so it will be 4 itself. So from where am I starting? I'm starting literally from something like self dot update. Uh, let's say I'll write it here itself. Answer is this thing. So it's min row, then self dot update of this min row, and then 1, and then I'm literally returning the answer. Whereas I'm also updating this thing itself. So I'm reducing down k seats, but I'm also increasing k seats. So it's like 10 seats were there. So 3 seats are reduced, 7 seats remaining, but I'm going from 0 to, I guess, 3, right? So from 3, I'll start next. Hmm. Okay. This looks optimized. Gather function. Let's see scatter. So scatter में क्या था? I need to scatter them from the very first rows and then start to do my own thing here. So I guess scatter can be a very simple thing. Ki I simply go from 0 and then max row value could be n minus 1, right? So I see a brute force here because let's go the brute force way. So for row in range max row, backwards. So I'll simply say that if self dot update of this particular row and 0 is greater than equivalent to k, which means okay, there are some seats remaining. Okay, how many can I allocate here? Let's see how many can I allocate here. So I can allocate nothing but self dot update of this row and the very first zeroth value. Yeah, I can allocate this. So I'll say that okay, if allocate value is how okay, so if the value k, right, the remaining k value is less than uh, equivalent to allocate, in that case what will I do? I'll allocate k values to them, right? So let's say 3 is less than 5 remaining, right? So I can just simply assign 3 to all of them. So in this case I'll say self dot update for that particular row and 0 minus equivalent to k. And also the starting point will be a little bit different. That will be row of 1 plus equivalent to k. So let's say 5 seats are remaining. I'm at 10 seats are there. 5 seats are remaining. I'm at 6. Yeah, I'm at 6. So I'm saying row of 0 minus k, 3, right? So this becomes 2 and this becomes 6 plus 3 is 9. Yeah. It's great. Else, which means k is greater than allocate. So why don't I reduce that down to 0? So self dot update of row of 0 would be 0 and then self dot update of row of 1 would be again in this case m. Or this could be simply something like, let's say, float infinity, because this is not valid right now, and here itself I can set k as 0. Here I can do something like k minus equivalent to allocate. So let's say 3 is less than 5 number of seats remaining. I'll do that, right? So in this case, I guess k will be set to 0. And in this case, this will be k minus equivalent to allocate. So let's say I need 3 seats and 5 seats are available. So k automatically becomes 0 because I occupied all of them and k of them got added. But if this, I need 5 seats and 2 seats are only, I need 5 seats and 1 seat is only available. Then and at that row, I'll set all of the values to zeros and float infinities and then k minus allocate. That makes sense. And end of the day, I think so. I just need to check key. Is it making sense or not? So I can say that let's say self dot or simply temp equivalent to self dot update, and instead of altering update, I'll just use temp here. And this is the very brute force approach. So not expecting this to work at all, but let's try. And here itself, I can say that if this was possible, if this was done properly, then k should be 0 by the end of the day. And if k is 0 by the end of the day, I have to return true. But before I even do that, I'll say self dot update. Let's change you back to temp. Acha, by the way, can I do this? Let's see. So I say, let's say this is my dictionary 122, and I say b is a unnatural type slice. Yeah. So instead of that, I have to say, I guess b is equal to a, and then let's say if I say b of, I say b is this. So if I say b of 3 is 5, then in b it will reflect, but in also a it will reflect. So I have to do a deep copy here, right? So there was this thing, right? Python deep copy. Copy is this thing. Okay, so let's just do it now from here. Let's say a is this. So if I say b is equivalent to copy dot deep copy of a. Okay. Copy is not defined. Okay, so import copy and then this. So if I say key b is this, I can even say b of 2 is 6. So it will reflect in b, but it won't reflect in a. So this is the benefit of what do we say, deep copy. Import heap queues, and here also I'll say copy. Mm, that's it. And blah blah blah. And then self.update would be probably copy dot keep copy temp, and then in the else part I can probably go for returning false. That's it. Hmm. Let's try to our luck. If we have a runtime error, definitely we'll have a runtime error. No attribute heap push. Okay, so we have a lot of P's going on here. Run code. Again, a runtime error. Type for unary. Tuple minus of temp of 0. Bad operand type for unary. Okay. Of 0 of 0. My bad. So temp is this thing itself, and 0 is this thing. So I'll say of that 0. Yeah. So this should be like temp of 0 of 1, and this should be again temp of 0 of 1, temp of 0 of 1. This should be temp of 0 of 0, and 0 of 1, 0 of 1. Uh, let's try our luck here then. Run code. We have a runtime error again. So list index out of inch. While temp and this run code. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Okay, let's change this to this. Okay, we got some output, I guess. Output should be what? It should be 0 0 true false. 0 0 true false. Oh, we got false and false. This should be true, right? 5 1 I can allocate. Okay, I guess I need to go till haha, max plus 1. Run code. Finished. True false, yeah. So let's try to submit our thing. We got wrong answer. Yeah. Complete temp of 0 of 1, right? So then I'm not updating the temp. Not updating seeds. That's the problem. So again, I have to say that seeds Hey, I have to upgrade seats, so that would look something like this. So I can update it at the very end. So this temp and then this. So I hoping so that it works. Let's run it on example test cases first. Kind of gives me the right value. Let's run it here. So it should give me something like 1 0, and at the end it should be 0 3, right? Your answer is this. Did I run it again? That's wrong again. 0 3. Oh, okay. I guess I'm making it a little complicated. Not little, but more complicated. So I'll try to do this later on. So okay. Let's see this now, 5 and 9. So there are like one, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, 9 columns in each one of them. Then it's saying 10 and 1, which means 10 people have to fill up before this one. So I guess that will be an empty, yeah. And then we have 3 and 3, which means I have to fill up 3 people before this. So I fill 3 people here itself. 6 remaining. Answer is true. Firstly, it's empty, true, and then 1 0 y. It's 9 and 1 for, I guess this was for gather. This was scatter. Again, it's gather for 9 1, which means 1 ke pehle I need to see ki can I gather? No, it's again a empty subsequence. Okay, it's giving me 1 0. How much do I need to gather? 9 people, right? Uh, if it's 1, I know key 0 and 1 is something like this. So yes, I can probably put 9 people here, and it's at the first row and 0th column. Done. Then we have got, I guess we have got 10 2, and it's saying the operation gather. So till this index, can I accommodate 10 people? No, that will be ska 1 and 0 tha, but this will be like an empty subsequence, which it is. 2 0 and it's gathered. So it's saying key 0 minute. Can I accommodate 2 people? Yes, I can. Then why did I not throw up 0 3? Hmm. Because we are not updating the seeds properly. It has to be updated properly, I guess. Even if I don't, right? Even if I don't update this, the method should at least work, right? At least it should work. Give me 3-0. Did it run? Did it work something? It's not giving me 0-3. Okay, I'll try this later on.